G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to Writing Corner 38, World Building, Part 5, Technology. Well, actually, with technology, we're dealing with science, science fiction, science fantasy, and fantasy. Now, with technology, of course, the two biggest technologies in fantasy is magic and weapons. So part 5.1 will be magic systems. What purpose does magic serve and who can use it? Are there limits? We're talking about soft and hard magic. With soft magic, there's less limits than hard magic. Hard magic is where you have a set of defined rules. Where soft magic is, Gandalf waves his staff and mumbles under his breath and shit happens. The shit can be big, the shit can be small. Sometimes he looks at a problem and you thought, Harry Potter, didn't you use that? What about Harry? He's chasing you. Use that leg locker spell. Harry, he's going to cast a spell. Why don't you expel among us him? Or here's an idea. Stop waving your wand about and actually silence. Tongue tie. Curses all around. Curse my name. Anybody who says my name is absolutely instantly cursed. Fuck. See, here's the problem with soft power. Are there consequences of using it? Fucking obviously not in most magic systems, and the trained seals go, oh. But the history of magic, magicians. Heck, how does society view magic? Magic is going to tie you up in knots if you go for a soft system, because it's just going to be a plot convenience that just flushed away all your hard work. But when you have rules, you have structure and stories to tell. You have consequences for using magic. You have people going, well, I can't use this spell because I don't have the ingredients or because I'm not strong enough. And you actually understand that there's a power structure system and that kids running around defeating dark wizards is bullshit. But bullshit comes from soft magic. And if you want soft magic, well, you're not going to like rules, because rules of magic define your system, defines how different systems work, where magic comes from. Is there a language to it? What are its roots? Is it regulated? Is there a governing body? But if you have soft magic, well, pretty much magicians can do as they please, right? Because you can't stop them. They just teleport into locked rooms and teleport out. But here's a system that you haven't thought of. Are they charlatans? There's was it Scrapped Princess? Is it Scrapped Princess? There's this anime. It's brilliant. On the surface, it looks like people are casting spells, but reality, they're in a fishbowl with all these emitters over their heads in the roof and all their so-called magic and all these people trying to kill the princess. It's because she's key to the secret to unlocking and freeing humanity. And that magic was a technological system. So there's lots to think about, because part 5.2, technology. How advanced is your technology? How does it work? One of the biggest technologies, and what is the biggest impact on technology, is transportation, communication, and of course, healthcare. Now, of course, magic and technology, do they interact, coexist? Are they rivals? Are there rules and regulations on technology? And of course, 5.3, weaponry, ranged, anti-gravity, lasers, projectiles, swords. They're all regulated. Throughout history, weapons have been regulated, even when during the Spanish War, when the English crown were telling every Englishman he had to have a longbow. There's always been a longbow. They said, "Oh, you can have a longbow and soft armor and a knife." Actually, people were being killed for having two knives. Believe it or not, there were rules and rules, right? But who makes the weapons? How they work? How do you obtain them? Are they easy to obtain? What about the protection of the countryside? Remember, you may think about the Wild West, but for hundreds of years before that, England, the countryside was ruled by bandits. Signature weapons: Thor's hammer, Captain America's shield, but forget those, right? We're talking about German Mausers, English Enfields, American Colts, Molotov cocktails, AK-47s. Does each country have a signature weapon that they're known for? And are there artifacts? Are they unique? Can they be made? Can they be duplicated? How many of these artifacts? What are common weapons? What is the right and rules for self-defense? What citizenry is allowed to bear arms? Are there religious organizations that are armed? Are there economic, political unions that have armies and blocks of armies? How well armed is the military? How well regulated are militias, if they're even allowed to exist? Remember, in the Soviet Union, they had militias. They were regulated by the states, just like American militias. However, the citizenries, just like American militias, had to keep their arms in armories. And often the militias were part of the police force and called on to police or back the police. Magic schools, magic systems. You can have multiple sources of magic, multiple magic systems. You can have magical kung fu artists who fly through the air. You could have wizards who summon demons, necromancers who raise armies of the dead. You could have dragons with armies of enthralled, spellbound individuals who do their bidding. Liches, living corpses. Arcane magic from technological devices beyond the comprehension of humanity. Sufficiently advanced technology will be seen as magic. Sufficiently advanced magic would be in the hands of a few. But you'll have faith magic, you'll have mind magic, you'll have demons and devils and angels and all sorts of things to deal with. But remember, soft systems just have a couple of mages. You'll have a bit like Tolkien, the end would be a, well, why don't you use magic, bro? Doesn't work like that. How does it work? I don't know. Problem in that. Once you go soft, you're weak. Hard magic that forces you to abide by rules, forces you to think. But these days, thinking is hard. Peons get paid to think. We get paid to make money. How do we get paid? By appealing to the largest audience possible. So what happens? We appeal to the dumbest in society, not the smartest. But that is a failing system, my friends. See, the dumb, they don't buy books. They want video games. well, actually vegetable games. They want Call of Duty 6.6.6.0.102.666 and Battle Pass. Okay, and well, I don't want to earn every. I only want to pay for every second Battle Pass. Then after a while, children have become tyrants, my friends. They're not buying books. They're not interested in books. So you have to raise your game, become smarter, build better worlds, build more sophisticated worlds than Tolkien did. Tolkien going to surround a soft magic was he'd spent so much time languages and histories but you understand, right? Power structures, levels, strength, weaknesses, they all set the limits. And if you say keep things at a low level, you can have a perfectly fine story. You don't have to mention directly power levels or this wizard's this wizard's fifth level, this guy's sixth level, because they're so close together. But if you've got something like Cyberpunk where the levels can go up to 50, you start have to juggling areas and you have to take more time to craft your world. So you have to have more stories to tell. But see, the thing is, the more rules, regulations, and bigger your society, you have more factions, more countries, more groups to deal with. One nation falls, another couple might rise. Others might band together. What old empires might reunite. Fallen empires might become broken, broken and bandit kingdoms. Eventually, become democracies. You have a lot to work with. The more you know before you write the story, the more you can put into your story as you write it. And eventually, you will have a beautiful series that isn't full of plot holes like The Maze Runner or based on absurd ecological disasters and um, battle royales like the Hunger Games, where it's just more of the same, nothing new, nothing to explore. Battle Royale did it better. But of course, that is the American way, isn't it? An American author plagiarizes Japanese anime, produces the American book mafia, promote it, and the gullible public buy the book after it becomes a movie. And then they say it's a best-selling book. And wait a minute, it wasn't. Nobody heard of this book until it was a movie. Oh, she's a screenwriter, or married to a screenwriter, or just became a screenwriter, or just graduated from college, or won this prize. And you, the competition's rigged, my friend. So you either step up your game, put a little bit more into each story, or you fall for the game and mass produce pulp fiction and make pennies in the dollar because you want to sell 99-cent books. It's up to you. Me, I'm going to world build. I'm not going to drop my prices. I'm not going to panic. And even if I go broke, at least I went out with integrity and didn't sell out to the mass media morons. Please like, share, subscribe, support the channel. Links in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, my book links are found in my link tree. You can buy me a coffee through Ko-Fi, or you can buy coffee mugs and other fine items in my merch store. Hey, I've got 2 patrons. One of them's actually for my writing, and it has a 7-day free trial. Check it out. Get early access and get to support artwork and other great stuff. Get a discount on merch. Big, 25% off. Hurry, closes soon. Christmas special coming. But the big opening special, yeah. This is the last time you got a chance for 25% off. Thank you all for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. Happy hunting and happy writing.